Okay, now we are in the critical stage of our webinar, the main topic. Whatever I discussed so far, KPI and KRA, understanding that is very, very critical before we get into creating any career strategy roadmap. This is like this. To get an entry to any organization as a fresher, what exactly we do? We study something. Right? It could be engineering or some arts or crafts or somewhere you are educating yourself. You have a certification or you have a degree or you have a doctorate, right? You go with certain learning curve, right? So that learning curve is what we have built when I discussed on the KPIs and KRAs. That knowledge is very, very important before we start working on our career growth strategy as a OOCA leader. Where should it start? Any strategy, be it your organizational strategy, business strategy, or your personal growth or professional growth, financial growth, it should always be futuristic. I would like all of you to please note down. You can start creating that strategy roadmap right away. With the way I'm going to take this flow, in the same flow you can create. There's going to be a flow chart you will be seeing. In the same flow chart, you can start noting it down in the same design. So in the first box, you put what your goal is. Here, since we are talking about OOCA leadership, it can be, I should become, say, VP in 2023. This can be a part of your goal, futuristic goal, or it could be that I should be able to own a house by 2022. Yeah? Or I should be seen as an impactful leader in the community that I belong to or in the organization that I belong to by 2021 December. It can be anything. What is your long-term strategy? I would like to pinpoint something here. When we say long time, it cannot be 10 years or more than 5 years. It should not be more than 5 years. Why? Because of the changes. Again, I'm talking about OOCA. We don't know how market is going to fluctuate after 5 years. We don't know how complex system is going to become. What is the uncertainty that we are looking at? And what sort of ambiguity that I'm going to put myself into, right? We are in OOCA world. The long-term strategy, if you want to really do it after 5 years, it's like no longer than 5 years, it should be your retirement strategy. It is not growth strategy, right? Again, retirement strategy is a different growth one. That I'll save it for some other session, right? So when you are creating that vision, make sure you are creating that SMART goal. What is SMART? It should be specific and measurable and attainable or achievable, right? SMAR, which is realistic. Yeah, if you are a fresher or if you are only in 3 years of experience, if you say I want to earn 1 crore by 2021 end, you can achieve that, but for that you have to take a different step. Are you ready to do that? Right? If you are ready to do that, then that can be your goal. But if you are not ready to take that step, probably you should start a company or you be a part of some the system where you are investing something, you will be able to achieve that 1 crore, right? So it should be realistic. And then finally, time bound. All the examples that I have given you, if you look at it, I have given some time: 2021, 2025, 2022, December, November. Please create one goal right away. So I'm just giving you a few seconds so that you can write it down. It's okay. Don't overthink. Whatever comes to your mind as a first step, just follow your gut, write it down. Then now the KRA. Now you will understand why I spoke about KRA, because KRA is the destination. So what is the difference between vision and destination here? Normally, we call destination as the place where we want to reach at the end, right? But why am I putting this KRA as destination? Now, For an example, I have a goal of becoming an impactful leader in the industry that I belong to, the coaching industry that I belong to, by 2022 December. What does it mean? I have another 1.5 years to achieve that goal. For that, what should I do today? Should I wait till November 2022 so that I'll do something? Maybe I can come up with a big program so that I become an impactful leader in the coaching industry by 2022? No, that is not possible. So I have to figure out how am I going to grow every 3 months. So I have to figure out the destination for every 3 months or every month. So this is what I'm going to start today. So it could be that this particular quarter, now that we are in April, May, June. By June, I should be able to speak in 4 or 5 different forums. That can be my KRA. What does it mean? By June, if I see that I have spoken in 4 or 5 different forums, that means I have reached that, I have seen that key result areas. Then from July, August, September, I can keep something else as my destination. If I am able to reach it, that means I'm achieving that key, I'm already there in that key result area. Likewise, I have to create that strategy. And now what exactly we are doing? We are planning, we are creating a plan for our career growth as a leader in this VUCA scenario, right? What happens here? When I'm planning, I'm bringing in focus to where exactly I should move, what exactly I should do for every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, every 9 months, and then towards the end, right? That's where understanding KRA becomes critical, right? So do you see the connection between the vision, the futuristic thinking, and the KRA? Now, how can I achieve that KRA? That's where KPI, the journey. If I have to travel to Chennai next month, I'm in Bangalore, I can take flight, I can go by car, I can go by train, right? But now we have to think from VUCA scenario. If I book my flight ticket from here to Chennai, it may cost me some 5,000 or 4,000, 5,000 bucks, right? Say by end of this month, I'm planning my travel to Chennai from Bangalore. I'm booking my flight ticket. Here, in normal circumstances, that is the right step to do. Because if I'm planning it in advance, I may even get cheaper tickets. Yeah, ticket in a lower price. That is the best scenario to plan in case of normal circumstances. But today, because of VUCA scenario, if you look at it, airline industry has gone really, really down. If I book my ticket, see, traveling from Bangalore to Chennai is not a big deal. It's like, in by road, it's only taking 4 to 5 hours, right? Instead of waiting for that, if I book my tickets, in case of lockdown again, if the, see, normally what happened in the initial time, airlines, they started giving the money back. But now, because of the scenario, if they are bankrupt, I'm not going to get my money back. What does it mean here? Even though my planning is good, but I didn't really think through based on the VUCA scenario that I'm in. I'm just thinking from the normal scenario, right? What happens there? I'm losing 4,000 or 5,000 of my money, as well the time that I'm spending in planning for that, booking the ticket. See, I may be spending some half an hour to 45 minutes there, right? Which flight to? See, normally we don't, consider all these time as, we investing time, right? But here I'm investing my 1 hour. In that 1 hour, if I had focused on something else, probably I may be earning some money, right? So that is what journey KPI means. Okay, I should know what are all the KPIs, key performance indicators that I should keep in mind. That way, my journey becomes smoother. Whether I'm getting some ROI or not, I'm not losing anything. Why am I saying whether I'm getting ROI or not? Because of the VUCA scenario that we are in, right? We should be prepared for that, prepared for the worst case scenario. What does it mean? We have to keep that worst case scenario in mind. If I'm okay with losing that 4 or 5K, that is okay. That doesn't become a wrong decision. But if I have money crunch, but I'm still going ahead and doing that investment for 5K, then that means I'm not thinking like a leader. I'm just thinking like a layman, right? So that's what journey. That's the reason I've put journey as KPI. Yeah, this journey, the right journey is what helps you to achieve your destination and so your future goal.